the program. Now Javier Magdaleno, who is the director of the Centro de Formación de Profesorado en Idiomas, the Teacher Training Center for Languages of Castilla y León, and also he is the legal representative of this project, Teacher Competence for Plurilingual Integration. He's going to present the TC4PI team and also the TC4PI project. So I give the floor to Javier Magdaleno.
Okay, thank you, Paloma. All right. Well, first of all, I would like to thank the authorities that have supported the project with their presence in the opening ceremony of this final conference. In fact, one of the objectives of the project was to expose it to the education authorities to integrate a plurilingual competence in education, and that is an objective which has been achieved today. Also, I would like to thank Josep Maria Cots for coming to the final conference as our keynote speaker. I'm sure it's going to be a great opportunity to learn from you, from your knowledge and from your experience. Okay, thank you for coming. We would also like to express our appreciation to all the attendees who have wanted to be here with us today to see the results of our project. Pre-service, in-service teachers and people interested in our project. Thank you for coming. What you're going to see today is the result of 3 years of work by 6 partner institutions from 5 different countries, as Pilar mentioned before: Czech Republic, Lithuania, Poland, Spain and Turkey. The members of this project have devoted 3 years of the time, energy, intelligence and enthusiasm to foster a better quality of education among European countries. The result of that work has been the writing of what we call the framework document, and all the lectures that we're going to have today are referred to the conclusions reached throughout the project and reflected there. This document is a guide for teachers and for future teachers. It provides guidelines for improving plurilingual integration in multicultural educational environments. It means to be a reference on teachers' competences on multicultural and intercultural education. Within the project, it was considered essential to create what we call the framework for developing teacher competencies related to plurilingual education in order to fulfill the requirements for integrating a plurilingual and multicultural competence, professional competence. The framework was based on cooperation between partners coming from teacher education institutions, pre-service and in-service teacher training. Based on mobility for teachers and teacher trainers, strengthening their linguistic and intercultural competencies. And based on reflexivity and sharing of good practices based on the experiences developed at different education contexts. The framework was essentially conceived to create a common, useful range of tools to help teachers across Europe acquire and develop multicultural competencies for their teaching practice in order to improve the integration of their students in class. The primary audience of this document is teachers, future teachers, and teacher trainers. However, it is applicable to a broader audience, including education authorities, as we have today, higher education teacher, education advisors, and so on and so forth. But what makes this project different? It has managed to break the gap between pre-service and in-service teachers by involving them in the same type of training and being both target groups of our work. The institutions involved in the project are prestigious European universities, teacher training centers, and schools. And because of that, we could offer our philosophy of education to pre-service teachers, in-service teachers, and to students in both primary and secondary education, completing a greater scope of influence in the teaching methodology we are implementing. Besides, this project has created what we call the network of schools, which consisted of 48 schools from the farthest countries, allowing the analysis of the existing situation in the schools, the realization of job shadowing, and the exchange, reflection, and discussion on implementation strategies by using an online platform which we call VLE, Virtual Learning Environment. Some of the great teachers from these schools have had the opportunity of becoming job shadowers or host teachers in 4 different job shadowing meetings in Lithuania, Poland and Turkey. And this week they have been teaching in schools in Valladolid. All of them are right now with us, and in the afternoon they will explain what this project meant to them. They are one of the key factors in our project, as these teachers have been spreading our methodological approach to primary and secondary educations in all the 5 countries, proving that the theoretical framework created could be applied into practice right away in a very successful way and could be implemented by educational authorities in every country in Europe. We really want to express our gratitude to them. Thank you so much for your help and support. Okay. Let me introduce you now to the project members responsible for all this work and who are going to speak today. First of all, from the University of Valladolid, which is a public Spanish institution established in the 13th century, which comprises 4 campuses in 4 cities throughout the autonomous community of Castilla y León, with 25 faculties and specialized schools. Our main researcher, Paloma Castro, okay? And Dr. Elena González Castro, who is over there. From Nicolas Romeri's University, Institute of Humanities in Vilnius, Lithuania, a modern and dynamic European university with a creative and efficient research and academic community. Dr. Laura Tamusinian, okay? Dr. Jelena Shukenova, and Jolita Shogelian. Pronounce it correctly. All right, thank you. From the Faculty of Education of Jan Evangelista Purkine University in Ustinat-Laben in the Czech Republic, which trains future teachers for both primary and secondary levels, mostly in double major subjects, and one of the most prestigious universities in the north of Europe, Dr. Natalia Orlova. Thank you. Thank you, Natalia. From the Regional In-Service Teacher Training Center, WOM, in Bielsko-Biała, Poland, which is a state-owned institution responsible for the Silesian province government, we have Maria Latka. Maria, all right, thank you. From the In-Service Teacher Training Center for Languages, Centro de Formación del Profesorado de Idiomas, which is the coordinator of this project. This is a public-funded institution depending on the Department of Education of the regional government of Castilla y León. In Spain, we have our teacher trainers, Laura Benito, Gloria Mate, Laura Riesco, more or less in the front, Maria Victoria de la Rocha, Maria Luisa Méndez, Mar Sánchez, and Margarita Gutiérrez, who is over there, who is the project coordinator. Okay? And finally, Doga Schools in Istanbul, Turkey. Doga Schools manage 46 campuses in Istanbul, 40 campuses around Turkey, and also 2 campuses in Cyprus and a Doga College in Canada. The schools in total educate 75,000 students and have 7,500 staff members. And we have Pujal Yilmaz. You're there?
Yeah, now it's 84.
Now it's 84. Okay, 84,000 students, you mean? Okay, so the number is increasing year after year. Okay, I have outdated data there. All right. And Banu Julsen. There in Turkey, we will listen to all of them right away. Well, let me now end my exposition quoting Nelson Mandela, who said that education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. Never has this sentence been more appropriate than in the times we are living right now in Europe, when every country has to be conscious of how important it is to educate their citizens on the values of respect and appreciation to other languages and other cultures. Consequently, the philosophy of and educational values of the Teacher Competence for Plurilingual Integration project are more important in Europe now than ever. Thank you very much.